Hey guys, today I want to show you an infamous video in the Ark of War community. This was shared by Devil Styles and RidiculousBadger, and it's a replay featuring Gan's Hoodoo. I think it's about a month old, and it's really showcasing what Hoodoo shines at and what he's vulnerable to. So, Hoodoo's second skill, Death Rattle, says that if he kills a slot of enemy troops, the final amount of troops that died when this ability triggers does damage to every other unit, which makes it an enemy unit on their side, which makes it really powerful against plasma because it doesn't do the full 100% damage. At level 15, it's 15%. So if it's level 60, 60% of the units will get hit for whatever 100% of whatever 100% was of the original troops that died. And the way Hoodoo's built is that normally you go Glass Cannon and crit abilities and guaranteed hit skills and Leo and Leo Gem and I think Sagittarius. No, not Sagittarius. You could do Sagittarius, yeah. And that way he uses Walker troops, which hit harder than airship troops because airship troops tier 9 up does work with Walker commanders. But anyway, Walker troops, Sagittarius and Leo Gems or Libra, which we're about to see. And then he is good attacking the front row. He doesn't do so well against the back row because he's Walker, right? Because his Death Rattle, Chain Blast hits the front row, because his primary skill hits the front row, and his Awakening also only hits the front row. So if you hide troops in the back row, you should be safe. You should be safe. But in this replay, what we're about to watch is Gan, who it looks like Gan is defending, and he gets attacked by another player who obviously has him beat, but this person is trying to hit his arc with as many troops possible, and he puts his airships in front for the advantage, and then puts tier 2 in the back to carry troops, to carry resources back from Gan and to zero him or hit him harder. So typical fight here, typical tier 10 walkers versus airships. Walkers are clearly outclassed, outcommanded. Hoodoo shouldn't stand a chance in this fight. But as we see this fight going on, you see all those tier 2 in the back. They do not do well against high tier troops. And even though there's only 50 of those walkers, if he could get to them, he could one-shot them. But there's those tier 10 airships in the way, so Hoodoo's struggling to hit that back row. But what we're about to see is that Gan had the peace of mind to, instead of go 2-piece Libra, he went 4-piece Libra. And even though he's taken a beating, and he probably should have been dead by now, but he got, I would say, pretty lucky in this replay. He's about to catch, I forget this guy's name, whatever his enemy's name is. So here it comes. Here's the Awakening. Nothing special. Okay, we weren't expecting that. Alright, so still not a single Libra proc. Okay, here comes the 6th row. Chain Blast goes off. Libra goes off. That means he has a riposte strike. So if he gets attacked, he automatically attacks the slot that attacks him. So what happens? Golem goes, but it's his 6th slot, which is tier 2 airships. Then he gets the guaranteed hit. It hits, but does 0 damage from tier suppression. Libra does the riposte strike, instantly one-shots those troops, and does 200 plus airships worth of damage. It does the tier 2's HP worth of damage directly to the tier 10 airships, and only has to deal with, I think, maybe defense mitigation, but not tier suppression or anything like that. So he just obliterates the front row by blowing up the back row. Insane. If you want to know what that is resource-wise, since this didn't take place during a GB, it took place on an actual server, so those were permanently lost troops. No one's hospital fits that many troops. Maybe during a hospital event, but I don't think that was going on during this event. He lost, let's say, let's call it 1,000 tier 10 airships, and each one costs at least 2 million to build, plus 3 infinity crystals. So we'll call that 3 million food times 1,000 units. Comes out to 3 billion food, 3 billion parts, and something like 3 million or 30 million gas. That was huge. So anyway, I just want to thank Devil Styles and RidiculousBadger for bringing that to the community's eyes. So thank you so much for that. If you want to see more about Hoodoo and what he does, I made a Hoodoo video. I will put that in this little box here. And if you want to subscribe to the other guys' channels, I will link them in the description below. And if you have any comments or questions or cool replays you want to share, or you found out something new, or maybe it's not new, but you want to ask anyway, hit me up in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and join our little community. Thanks for watching.